Hi everyone, this is Josh with Josh Wright Piano TV. Today I'll be announcing two new scholarships that my wife and I recently started. One of them is an annual scholarship fund for young musicians applying to music schools, and then the other one is a monthly scholarship lesson. At the end of the video, I'm going to show a cool little exercise that I went over with one of my students from Australia yesterday, and she was having trouble with jumps. Now, I already addressed this a bit in my jumps video, but I have a cool new way of thinking about it and a little bit extra explanation on how you can organize it in your mind to be most effective. First of all, I want to start by talking about the annual scholarship fund. This is my wife and I really wanted to do something to help out young musicians. We know how hard it can be starting out as a young musician. First of all, what schools do you apply to? Also, the process of applying to those schools is tough because you really do want to go see that teacher that you're applying for before you go. And then you need several schools to apply to just in case something doesn't work out with one school. So we started a fund. The recipient was here last week. What we do is we reimburse their travel up to $350, and then they can do lessons throughout the week with my wife and me. Just private lessons every day for a couple hours, and then at the end of the week we did three little mini concerts. So we did two in-home concerts, and then we did a third benefit concert, public benefit concert, and all of the proceeds from all of those concerts go to help directly to the young musician. We also have, if you'd like to donate to this year's young musician, his name is AJ Long, wonderful pianist from New York. He's applying to Curtis, Eastman, CIM, Florida State, and Peabody. Wonderful schools, great music programs, great teachers. If you'd like to donate to him, just click on the link below. It's the joshwrightpiano.com/scholarships. The second scholarship that I wanted to announce to everybody, and this applies to literally everyone of all ages, you don't have to be a young pianist applying for music school, is that I just started giving away a free Skype lesson each month, a free 30-minute Skype lesson each month. So if you'd like to apply for that, just go to my website. Again, joshwrightpiano.com, click on the scholarships tab, and I'll link that below as well. And all you have to do is just fill out a little form and just press submit. Doesn't cost anything. It's totally free to you. We connect on Skype. Unless you live in Salt Lake, I'd be happy to work with you live if you're in Salt Lake, or if you live nearby or traveling through, I'd be happy to meet with you there too. And each month I just select one person. I'm sorry I can't honor all of the requests I receive. This is part of how I earn a living is teaching on Skype, but I'm happy to give away this lesson each month as a way of saying thank you for your support. So again, annual scholarship is one recipient per year. The monthly scholarship is just one new student a month, and people can apply as many times as they like. So if you're not chosen one month, feel free to reapply the next month. Okay, now for the jumps exercise. I was talking with my teacher from Michigan at a dinner right before we left. I had graduated. It was a great time. We were just kind of chatting, and I said, tell Lindsay about, my wife, tell Lindsay about that cool little jump exercise that you taught me. The first time he taught this to me, I walked out of the lesson thinking he was absolutely crazy, and I was confused. But hopefully I've thought about it, and I've tried to come up with a way of explaining it that makes a lot of sense. When your brain is a very powerful tool, and it can go back and forth between two things very quickly. But if you focus on one thing first and then the other thing second, it's much more efficient. What I mean by that, let's just take this little exercise. We're just going to take a C major triad in the left hand and a C major triad in the right hand. We're not going to do the very bottom ones because it's hard to discern, and I think this piano's out of tune. So it's hard to tell what you're playing. But if we go like this, and I'm thinking of like playing my right hand and my left hand at the same time, and I'm trying to go back and forth between them, you'll notice I get up here and there's a little moment of panic, and then I find it, and then panic, then you just hope that you're hitting it. When you get nervous, this is amplified enormously. I've gone to so many competitions where, I've been playing and then I go, like, this is a perfect example. You know, you go up to that note and it's just so bad. This little exercise is going to help you hit that every time. Okay, what you do is you find one hand before the other. That's super easy. Again, I went over it in my jumps video, but I have a cool little exercise that will help you. So when you're finding one hand before the other, it's not really enough just to go right, left, you know, and then right, left, or left, right, whatever it is. Just finding one hand, that's the general concept. But I have a little exercise. We're just going to take the C major arpeggio, or triad, and I'm going to show you what to do. When you go up the keyboard, I like to find the left hand first. And I asked my teacher, because he always told me that, and I was like, why is that? And he said, because it's more in front of my face. And that's so true. When you're going to find something here, you don't want to be looking way up here and then have to look back down. Just do what's right in front of you. So here's the exercise. I want you just to try this. When you're going from the bottom up to the top, I want you just to slide along the keys, okay? So let's just try that. Just try it at home with me if you're at a piano. Okay, here we go. Slide to the C major. Slide, C major. And just go as fast as you can. Slide and then find it. Slide, find it. Okay, now, we don't want to slide with both hands because then we're thinking, okay, left, right. And it's too abrupt. So what we're going to do is we're going to pretend like our right hand is climbing a mountain and then we're going to find it. Okay, so try this with me. So climb, then drop, find it, play it. Okay, so climb, drop, find it, play it. Okay, and it's just kind of like a sweeping and then you drop. Okay? Now let's put those together. Left hand slides, right hand climbs the mountain. Okay? Let's just do that a few times. Left, right. Left, right. And I kind of look funny, you know. I don't like to choreograph things just to do it, but I promise you, this will give you confidence. Left, right. Left, right. Rather than left, right, because my teacher has said, I've watched so many students, they'll be playing something like the coda of Rachmaninoff First Concerto, and I've never played it, so I can't demonstrate it for you, but they'll be going like, however that goes, and then they'll panic, and then they'll go to the next chord, and each time they go to another jump, it's like this little moment of panic, and it slows you down, it destroys your confidence, and it brings mistakes. So this little thing, okay, now, let's do the opposite, okay? When you come down, again, you don't want to look all the way to the bottom of the keys, you'd rather find your right hand first, because it's more in front of your face. Okay, so here we go. We're just going to slide right hand. Slide. Slide. Okay, now left hand, climb the mountain, find it, play it. Climb, find, play. Okay, we're going to go real slow. Right hand slides, left hand climbs the mountain. Here we go. Left hand's climbing, right hand finds it, left hand finds it. They both play. Slide, find, play. Okay, now let's do both. I'm going to do both in slow motion. You kind of look like you're like dancing or some weird type of motion, but again, this is not used to be more visually appealing. I think that kind of stuff is crap. I hate that when people, I saw a wonderful artist go like this. Then came back up, and I was just like, you know, it's so tasteful what you're doing, and then you ruin it with something like that. So don't get caught up in the visual, because it doesn't do anything for you. This is just ergonomic, like this is just kinesthetic movement that's going to help you find where you're at in a more confident way. Okay, so let's do both hands. Here we go. Left hand slides, right hand climbs. Right hand slides, left hand climbs. Okay, now let's think about this this passage. Sorry. It's been so many years since I've played it, it's hard for me to go slow. So I would find my right hand, then my left. The other thing you want to consider, sometimes you can break that rule of coming down with your right hand and finding the left, coming up with your left and sliding with the right. The only time you'd want to break that rule is it's better to find a chord and land on an octave. So I'm going to find my chord and then I'll land on my octave. It's harder to do this and land on a chord. So always find if you're faced with a chord in one hand and an octave in another, always find the chord first and let the octave drop and be found second, because it's easier. Otherwise, if they're the same, if you're doing like octave, octave, always do left hand finding it on the way up, right hand finding it on the way down. I hope this video has been helpful. If you like these videos, I post one a week. You can go ahead and subscribe. That would be wonderful. If you can share this video or comment or like it, and if you have any of your own little methods that you'd like to share about this concept of being accurate when you're jumping around that I haven't covered in my videos, or something that's helped you, please feel free to share it. I'm unable to respond to all of my YouTube comments. I get so many emails from my viewers that has to be my main focus. But feel free to leave a comment. I may look at those every once in a while. Have a wonderful week. Thank you so much for your support of Josh Wright Piano TV. Again, check out the scholarships page on my website. Have a great week.